Good morning, welcome back for another vlog with myself, Darren, HCV Class 1 driver here in the UK. Bright and early 5 AM start after a 2-week off. I'd like to start off the video with saying a big thank you for everybody that wished me a happy birthday and also to get well after getting messed up by that little wasp. First job though, empty the bins. The truck overall, since I've been off the last 2 weeks, it's not in a bad condition. It's not dirty here anyways, loads of little bits, just needs a little bit of a brush down, maybe using the air hose later on, give it a clean and dust. But yeah, it's not too bad since it's been off for 2 weeks. And we're most likely on a night out as we've got 3 drops today. But we've got to collect our stock first from the hub from Ashton, which is already around the corner, so it's not too bad for me. Probably about 10 minutes to get there. We've got Hertford, we've got Worcester, and we've got Bristol. And I'm guessing, since we've got Bristol, we'll be doing a backload either today or tomorrow, which will then cause us to have a night out. Load up the truck with all my gear. Let's have a nice walk around, making sure the tyre tread is all okay. There's no damage to any of the tyres, no rips or tears on the side, and all the nuts are in a good position like they should be. There's no damage to the back cables. Going around, get right in there, lift the suspension right up, or you can obviously unclip this bit, lift it over. Get right in there and everything seems good. Electrics are all working the way they should be. And we're checking tyre tread on this side as well. Since we've been off the last 2 weeks, you never know what may have been picked up, any defects. We'll lift that up in a second. Fuel cap is all good. Front tyre tread, really good as well, as you can see. No damage. And overall, the Aphrodite is looking rather nice. And now starting some of the checks on the trailer. I've already had a walk around, make sure it was empty, but make sure there's no damage on the sides. These buckles are all in good condition. Tyre tread, tyre wheel wall, nuts, etc. No damage or defects. Just want to get right in there as much as you can. You can see, really deep tread. It's got nothing to worry about. And then repeat the process for the other side. Remove the brake and give it a final walk around. Now we're connected, all the leads up, make sure side markers are all working, and of course the rear. I'm just hoping I've not forgotten how to drive since it's been 2 weeks. You're always a little bit rusty once you get back in, but give it 10 or 15 minutes, you're back to where you were before you left. That's all the pallets nice and secure. Now ready for the road. Our first destination is 106 miles away over at Worcester, and it's a little place called Outin. And to get to our destination, it's quite simple. Straight down the M6, go to Birmingham, jump on the M5, follow that southbound for a couple of miles, and then we're pretty much there. It's just off the M5 motorway itself, the destination, which always makes it a little bit easier, especially with a truck. You don't want to be following A roads for 40, 50 miles when you got your junction just right there really on the M5. And for everybody that's wondering, where have I been for the last 2 weeks? Why has there been no vlogs? Well, the first week I was off on holiday. So I went away with the family for the weekend, well, a long weekend anyhow, with a caravan, taking that down to Wrexham. Really nice holiday, really enjoying it, really nice. Throughout the rest of the week, just put my feet up, relaxed, had my birthday, so I turned 40 whilst I was away. And on the Friday, little man was off preschool, so we thought as a family we'll have a nice little walk to a place called Pennington Flash, which is around the corner from where I live. It's like a big nature reserve. So I went there, had a nice little walk around, and me and little man thought it'd be a good idea to start building a den. He's getting to that age now, he's just turned 4. So I was trying to get him into a bit of den building, picking up a bit of dead sticks, sticking it onto the side of the trees, and then try and make like a little shelter. And he was playing a little game saying, oh, it's raining, so we have to get inside the shelter and stuff. The reason why I'm telling you this bit is because where the shelter was, after building it for say 20 minutes, I then stumbled upon a wasp nest, and I got stung on my ankle by a wasp, and it put me pretty much nearly in a hospital. I kid you not, I have been stung so many times in the past and never had any reactions whatsoever. This wasp, I don't know if it was a standard wasp, a hornet, or it could have been a invasive species, possibly. It hurt a little bit when it stung. I was like, ah, you little bugger. But then nothing else after that. 12 hours later at night, my ankle started slightly swelling, and I just thought, right, that's normal around the area because it's on the ankle joint. You know, I'm expecting a little bit of to be a little bit tender. And then I woke up the next morning, my ankle had carried on swelling up a little bit more. And then throughout the day, on Saturday, my ankle started getting bigger and bigger, and it was getting redder and redder, and to the point it was halfway up towards my shin from my ankle and around the top of my foot where the pain was, and it's swelling up even more. So I went down to the walk-in centre, got some antibiotics, and they said to me it's the start of what they thought to be cellulitis, because I've had an infection or an allergy, which then caused it to be cellulitis on my leg. So I've had some antibiotics for that. My leg started then swelling up even more, and Sunday it started blistering. Monday the blistering got even worse, to the point where it actually looks like acid had been poured around where I'd been stung. My whole leg was swollen about 3 times the width. I couldn't walk on it, I couldn't do anything, and it was very, very painful. I'll put a little picture up here for you, but I'm going to try and blur out as much as I can where the blistering was, because it's really, really not nice. But you can see the swelling of it, how big it actually went, and that's from a wasp sting. I couldn't believe it. A wasp sting put me off work for a week with a huge infection, and it's still a little bit tender trying to walk on it now, believe it or not. Blistering is pretty much gone, which is good. I've got a hole in the side of my leg where one of the blisters had popped. It was probably about the size of a grape, so sorry if you're eating. It was a big one that popped, and I've left a big hole in the side of my leg, so that's covered up at the moment with some dressing. The swelling itself has pretty much gone down, which is all good. I can fit my work boot on, which is good, but I can't really put too much pressure on the ankle for too long. I can do a couple of steps, then it just feels like a knife stabbing into me, and then it'll go away, and then 10 or 15 steps feels like a knife stabbing into me again. It was really weird though, because I've never had pain like it. It was absolutely awful, the pain that came with it as well. For the example, if I had my foot upright when the swelling was there, it was perfectly fine. As soon as I put my foot on the ground, it was okay. I take 2 steps and then the pain would just instantly kick in, where I couldn't put any weight on it, and it was awful, absolutely awful. So just be careful out there. There's some nasty wasps getting about. First little bit of traffic for today, just approaching Wolverhampton Junction. I think it's either junction 10 or 11. It was expected, to be fair. Time is currently 7:30 now. If you want to get past this part of the M6 and Birmingham with no traffic, you need to be here for at least 5:30 in the morning. Anything after, it's pretty much a standstill, unfortunately. ETA is currently saying 8:30 arrival. Still got 35 miles left to go. was hoping it'll be a little bit better than your average day, with it being school holidays currently. I think that's why the rest of the roads have been really quiet today. Checked on Google Maps the locations that we're going to. I've been to the last one, but the first two I've never been before, so double check them, and both seem to be all right. The second one seems quite a big place to go to. The third one's plenty of room in the warehouse, I know where it is. The first one, I just need to take a little bit of caution before turning off the main road, just to make sure it is the right location before pulling in. Last thing I want to do is get stuck then trying to reverse it onto a main road. It might be better actually reversing down to where the client is as well, off the road itself. I'll weigh it up when I get there. Just depends how busy the road is. If it's too busy, we might have to drive in, get one of their guys to come out of Banksman if needed. Well, to be fair, it is actually moving a little bit better. It's going to be like this now for the next 5 miles until we get to the M5. Go on, mate, let you through. Oh, it's left hand steer, that van. Currently going past junction 4 on the M5. It's been pretty much stop-start for the last 15 minutes or so. Currently doing 6 miles per hour. Got a feeling there's got to be an accident further up, and it's the junction for the A38. And as far as I can see, it's pretty much just a sea of brake lights off into the distance. Unfortunately, luckily none of the jobs that we've got today are timed deliveries, so it's a case of just getting there early as we can. The first job and the first job and the last job are AM deliveries, if possible, but it's not booked in for 12 o'clock or anything. It's just the clients who we're making delivery for. It's their standard thing really, to just be before AM, an AM slot. So if we turn up at 1 o'clock, shouldn't be a problem with accepting it. Let's phone the office a little bit later on as well, just to see if we've got a backload or not. I mean, if there's no backload, we should be able to make it back today. I've got 2 hours and 10 minutes left on driving time. Since we started at 5 AM this morning, we need to make sure we take a 6-hour break before 11 o'clock. Shouldn't really be a problem because the driving hours will run out before the working time. Unfortunately, we've come to a complete standstill. Well, I say complete standstill, the third lane's just started to move a little bit. I've checked further up and it looks like it's red traffic all the way down past the M40 junction, the M42 junction, sorry. which is it's the next one coming up, to be fair. A couple of miles. And it goes a little bit past the M42 junction as well. So there must have been a fairly bad accident. Hopefully nobody was injured. And yeah, it's one of them Monday mornings, I suppose. You win some, you lose some when it comes to traffic. No point stressing yourself out. Got a police car coming up. It's the first emergency vehicle I've actually seen. Not too sure if they're attending the accident or is it something else. But traffic's still stop-start. I'm not gone past the junction yet for the M42, and it's currently 9 o'clock, so it's taking about 40 minutes. Maybe 50 minutes actually, since we got on the M5 to get to where we are now. It's put us really far behind. I've got 1 hour and 45 minutes left on driving time, and the ETA is 20 minutes until we get to our first job. I should be able to get job number 2 out of the way, and then I'll take a break, and then we'll head down to Yate, just north of Bristol. Make that delivery, give the office a quick phone call, see if they've got anything else for me, and then make my way back. Or to the collection point, depends what happens. A little bit of a preview of what we've got to expect after we've made our delivery. We're coming off at junction 6 right now on the M5. And that's why this lane is nice and clear. But after we made our delivery, which is only about a mile and a half off the motorway itself, we've then got to come back, jump back into all this traffic to get down to our next delivery point. Oh, actually, I might be able to go A road instead, because I think it's a little bit southwest from our first delivery point, so I might not actually be coming back on the M5. Which would be quite good, to be fair, because the traffic today is just absolutely awful. We've had lots of amber warnings for the weather over the weekend for today. I think there's a big storm on its way. Wind wise, it's been alright. Weather's not really been too bad overall, to be fair. And we're going to be following it for the A449, also A449. No, is it? A440, sorry. We'll get there in the end. Well, that's quite cool. There's a butty van just off the roundabout. Plenty of parking, but it seems a little bit of a pain in the backside to try and get in though. Looks like I've got some waterproofs in one of my drawers. Try and keep a little bit dry. a mile down this road. They're our first client. Looks to be enough space for us. Worst case scenario, I could just reverse it back to the right hand side. I'm saying that, they've got a bollard in the middle of the road. I can't spin it around in the yard, unfortunately. Cross that bridge in a minute. So the way we're going to have to turn around is reverse it out, and it looks like it could be a test centre maybe. Because as I drove in from the main road, I thought, right, it'll be okay. I can turn around there, no problem, just reverse it in. But then I noticed they've got that bollard right there, which is a little bit of a spanner in the works, to say the least. Okay, I need to be careful there now. Got quite a lot of learners going in and out of the test centre, and the last thing I want to do is cause an obstruction and somebody fail their car test. I don't want to be that guy where I get blamed for it. So I'm just going to apply the brakes, let everybody move out of the way. With any luck, I've got enough of a swing that I can get around and right up towards where the bollard is, and then drive it forward. Saying that, actually, I've got cars parked up on the passenger side quite a lot, so I need to be careful to swing. Can't even get the swing actually. That's where these cars are. Very close on the passenger side. No, not getting that. I've moved forward a little bit. There's a truck waiting to get into the yard next door, so I'm letting him come down. And then what we're going to have to do is drive right down to the end, and unfortunately onto the actual main road itself. Let the learner car past. Should have really trusted my gut instinct and reversed it off the main road and reversed down here originally, but seeing that junction I thought I would have been alright. Didn't expect a big bollard to be in the middle. turn any earlier than what I have now. Edging out very, very slowly. Luckily the road's not overly populated. And it's got cars and vans parked at where they are. I've literally had to make that turn last minute. Just cars everywhere. On the first attempt, I was hoping I had a little bit more space. You'll probably be able to see the vans there now on the left hand side, or just behind that bin there. You've probably seen them all parts there anyway when I first drove in. "39 miles to go until we're at our destination for job number 2, and it's 1 hour and 15 minutes to get there. So I've got to take a break before I get there because it's going to be after 11 o'clock, which is the 6-hour working time directive, and I've only got 1 hour left on driving time as well, so it's taken 3.5 hours all in all to get to where I am now. Normally it would have took, say, 2 and a bit hours. Hopefully the M5 has cleared up, because I've got to jump on it now for one junction. So I'm just hopping on and off, and then we're going to be following it down for our next destination. Travelling down the A4103. And it's a nice little village place around here. Leasington, the area's called. Only a small place. Currently got 25 miles still to go, and we're due to get there in the next 40 minutes, and I've got 55 minutes left on driving time, so that's why I've separated the working time and the driving time directives. So 15 minutes covered the 11 o'clock break that I needed. As the time is just gone 11:15. Should be able to find somewhere within 15 minutes of our delivery point to take a 30-minute break. Might have to be somewhere on the side of the road though. But it's been a really nice little drive. Driving through the countryside. It's a lot better than the motorway traffic, that's for sure. There's a little bit of a mountain to the left hand side. I think it might just be off shot of the camera, and it looks like a whole town has been built, or a village at least, on the side of the mountain. It looks really cool. Oh, you got to pick your own plums down there as well. Sounds a little bit odd when you say that out loud. by looks of it on the sat nav, go following this road straight down for the next 10 miles at least. Nice little 15-minute break in the lay-by. Great little butty wagon there as well. Classic bacon and egg, can't go wrong with it. Great view out the office window. I wouldn't like to be driving up and down these hills though if we had a full load. That was really heavy. Only got about 2.5 ton on the trailer, if that, at the moment. But still using the engine braking. Just a really nice drive out here. Shame about the weather. It's not been too bad overall though. It's been stop-start, raining. I've still got 30 minutes left to go. 45 minutes on the driving time. And mileage wise, 17 miles to go. So we're chipping away at the mileage. That's a nice house. Road's got a little bit more narrower since travelling down off the main road. Oh, I hate going over these crossings. I always think to myself, what if the barrier is not working correctly? So I've got half a mile left to go. Where exactly are we going? Oh, it is a narrow bridge, isn't it? Make sure the trailer is nice and lined up. Perfect, just got around there. And here we are, S&A produce. Let's go get ourselves booked in at reception and see whereabouts they want us. Our final job is 82 miles away and we're looking about a 2-hour drive. It's not the best place to get from where we are now. Jump onto the A49, follow it down to Hertford, and then following it all the way down to the M5, follow the M5 down to Yale, or Yate, should I say actually. Come off there and then follow it down, and that's that way. We could have went down to Wales, down this way, straight down the A49. However, the junction around here for Yate, you can't get on going northbound because there's a load of roadworks last time I went that way, so it's best to come up and then back down, and there we go. Back over the little bridge we go. take the time. Approaching M5 South, going to be following it down towards Bristol. And 44 miles still to go. According to sat-nav, to do the 44 miles, it's going to be 1 hour driving time. Which means, unfortunately, I won't have enough time to actually make it back tonight, realistically. From Yate to go straight back to our yard, I think you're looking at about 3 hours and 40 minutes, give or take. And as it stands, I've got 3 hours and 30 minutes driving time left. Take a 45-minute break, extend that for another hour. It'll only give me a total of 4.5 hours driving from now. 1 hour drive out the way, there's an hour gone straight away, then you're looking at 3.5 hours to get back. Realistically, it's not going to be happening. So I need to phone the office, just confirm with them if we've got a backload and where from, what time, and then pretty much go from there, really. It's all up in the air at the moment. Fairly big bird of prey there to the left. Oh no, it's a heron. I thought it was rather big. Wind's starting to pick up quite a bit now as well. I think that's the start of the storm which we've been expecting. You can feel it hitting the trailer. Unfortunately, looks to be another accident on the M5 southbound. I've seen on the matrix signs between junction 11 to 14, you're looking at 25 minutes delay. And I don't even think we're near any of the junctions right now. Go staying on the M5 for another 18 miles at least. 28 miles left in total to go. Just one of them days, unfortunately. Lots of accidents on the road, lots of delays. Can't really help it, no point stressing, can only do what we can. I spoke to the office as well. I've got a collection for tomorrow morning at 6 AM over just north of Oxford, and that is to go to Burnley. So after we're done at Bristol, we need to make our way over towards Oxford area, park up for the night somewhere, not really too sure whereabouts. It might be in the lay-by, because I don't think there's any services what are near that area. Well, you've got Oxford services, to be fair, so I have to double check whether I'm driving past it or not. Depends which route is the best way to go. Thinking maybe jumping on the M4, following it down, and then cutting up through where Swindon is towards Oxford that way. So let's go play it by ear. Wind starts to pick up a little bit more again. Supposedly in the northwest When I spoke to the missus earlier on, she said the wind is getting really bad. So she's giving me a little message, just be careful. And if you're driving double deckers or curtain sides, just take extra time really over the next few days. It's getting to that time of year again, isn't it, where all the storms start reappearing. Luckily we came off the M5 when we did, because it was at a standstill. The first lane for the traffic that was coming off for where we just have was nice and steady paced, to say the least. So I've got 9 miles now to go, and time is currently 2:30. Today it has absolutely flown by. I've got 2 hours and 45 minutes on the driving time still, so we should be able to get to where we need to park up for the night without taking an extra break. We'll put it in as sat nav a little bit later on. But I'm having a guess it might be around 1 hour and 50 minutes, depending on traffic, to actually get to where we need to be. We're following the B4058 all the way down to Yate. We are so close but yet so far away at the same time. Only 3 miles to go and we're caught up with the traffic what are trying to divert past the M5. Currently travelling an average of 5 miles per hour now. Hopefully it's not like this for the next 3 miles. Please, please don't be like this for the next 3 miles. We've got places to be, pallets to deliver and pallets to collect for tomorrow. Whilst we're waiting for the remaining 7 pallets to get offloaded, let's have a word by the channel's sponsor. Driving the truck around all day can be quite thirsty work, and that is why I like to stay hydrated using Holy Energy. Not only energy drinks they provide, but they also provide a fantastic range of hydration drinks, including the 3 brand new hydration drinks just released. We have the orange, we have the passion fruit, and the multivitamin drink. Not only are they packed with electrolytes and minerals, but also fruitylicious with real fruit juice powders and natural flavours. No BS, low calories, no added sugars or any other junk. Simply take 1 scoop, add it to 500 millilitres of water, give it a shake and do enjoy. The passion fruit one, I've got to say, is my favourite right now. With each tub you get approximately 50 portions, and if you work it out, it's £40 a tub on average. It's less than £1 a portion. If you go to your shop and get your energy drinks off the shelf, you're looking about £1.80 to £2.20. And if you don't feel like committing to a big tub, if you don't know what the flavour's like, you can buy smaller portions which are available, and you can get about 14 different flavours per box. So there's plenty for you to try. Use the links down below in the description for £5 off your first order and 10% going forward. Now our delivery's complete. Let's do the curtains and travel to Oxford. Total distance to get to our next destination is 93 miles and it's a 2-hour drive. And the way we go, I have Google Maps as well. This seems to be the better one, especially in truck. Jumping straight down to the M4, following it up towards Newbury, and then following it all the way north on one of the A roads. And our destination is just there. A little bit of change of plan, as it's currently just hit 5 o'clock. I'm going to take a break for the night over at these services here. I think they take Snap account, So if that's the case, and then we'll stop here for the night. It's the first time actually staying here. So HCB's down this way. Looks a fairly small service station. Plenty of parking. I was in two minds whether to carry on, and because I've got 50 miles left still to go, by the time I pull up at the services by Oxford, I'll try and find somewhere. All the laybys are going to be taken up, and so are all good parking spots. So I may as well get a good location for tonight, get a good parking spot. I'm thinking, will I be able to get the turn if I park here for tonight? It's quite a good little spot. Yeah, I should be okay there. Seems to have got nothing on. Keep the back doors open, so if any pesky thieves come along, hopefully the curtains won't get sliced. Well, let's see what they got on offer for this evening. Pretty standard really. Burger King, KFC, chopsticks maybe. Turns out it's not on the staff account. £36 worth of food vouchers, well expensive. And in the end, we've gone for chopsticks noodle box. Considering it's meant to be a big storm this evening, or all day, it's actually turned out to be quite a nice evening. As you can see, the sky behind, really nice and blue. The M4 motorway is here, nice and quiet. I'm just having a little walk to the other side of the motorway services on this little bridge. Mainly just to try and stretch my legs a little bit, because the services there are really small, and I like to try and have a little quick walk, to be honest with you. Because you've been sat down driving all day, it's nice just to stretch your legs a little bit. And it might not be much, just walking from here to over there or something, but passes a little bit of time as well. There's not really a lot to do in the evenings, to be honest, when you're sat in the truck. So I'm probably going to stick a film on, watch a bit of TV. It's currently about 6:30, I think it's just coming up to. So I've got about an hour and a half to kill, get some sleep for 8 o'clock, and then I'm going to wake up for about 4:30, have a shower, get on the road for about 5:15, and then be at our client for about 6 AM. Well, that's the plan anyway. And here's me thinking the car park will be absolutely rammed tonight. Plenty of space. And excuse the mess. Draw back the curtains. That's definitely going to come in handy for tonight because it's really warm. Let's get that angled nicely. Turn it on. Job's a good one. There's the bed. Bed's all set up for the night. Nice and simple. Just a nice sleeping bag. Unravel it in the summer. Zip it up in the winter. Job's a good one. And that's me pretty much for the night. Feet up, relaxing, film on, and then go to sleep. So, catch you in the morning. And just like that, several hours later, and it's currently 25 to 5 in the morning. Before I go anywhere, just do a quick walk around, make sure we've got no punches, might pick a nail up on the road, and of course, close the back door. Well, I feel a little bit more alive, that's for sure. Nice shower, teeth done, coffee in hand. It's time to hit the road now, guys. I was expecting it to be a little bit more busier than what it actually has been tonight. Well, last night, I should say. And we're at Membury East. I need to get used to these early mornings again. I felt a little bit of a struggle this morning to try and get up. It's just gone 8 minutes past 5. We've got 50 miles to go this morning before our destination, and we're due to get there for 10 past 6, which is not too bad. 6 o'clock booking, should be there within our time. Let's get that sunroof closed. Quite annoying whistle above my head. It seems the M4 is fairly quiet whatever time of the day you get on it, which is one of the good motorways. When I walked over it last night about 6:30, it was pretty much like this. And again, 10 past 5 in the morning, it's the same. We'll be continuing down the M4 until we come to the A34 junction. Follow the A34 northbound, and that'll take us directly to where we need to go. With any luck anyway. Nice and quiet morning. That's what you want. This is the way the road should be. Should hopefully get a nice view of the sunrise coming up a little bit later on. Just hit 5 past 6, and I've seen the building that we're making a collection from on the left hand side, so I just need to try and get around to it now. So we're in the right area, it's always a good sign. For DP World. There we are. Straight ahead. Plenty of space in the yard. Get ourselves parked up on one of the bays and get booked in with the transport office right in front of us. Booked in with transport office, only got 8 pallets to collect, and we're going down to bay 9, so I just need to make sure the back door's nice and secured, in the right position before going onto the bay. A little bit like so. Most likely the ideal type of yards that you want to deliver to or make a collection from. Nice and big, plenty of space. Straight on. Sort that sun blind out. Can't see a single thing. Have a quick double check, make sure it's on B okay. And now it's the waiting game whilst I get loaded. You reckon it shouldn't take too long? I've probably done in about 20 minutes realistically. Nice and quick load up. Now we just need to make it secure before hitting the road. For our delivery point this morning is 182 miles away, and we're looking about 4 hours drive realistically to get there. Need to go straight up the M40 to the M42, but instead of going that way, I'm going to go to the M5, go straight up the M5 to the M6, follow the M6 all the way up. Oh, we're going that way. I probably instead I'll go up to Leyland and then cut across. Overall, it shouldn't be a bad drive. We are pretty much just off the M40 at the moment, so we'll jump straight onto the M40 and just follow it up north really. And then delivery point, as you've seen, is just off the M65. Oh, that's not an ideal spot, is it? It's the way you want it, jumping on and off the motorway system. Right, left hand side's clear. Go, 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 go. Really light trailer again, so I don't need the middle axle down. Total weight is, they've not actually given it me, but they told me how much each pallet was. So it's just under 4 ton. It's about 3.5 ton all in all. I'm just following the A41 all the way to the M40. What an absolutely lovely day it's going to be today. I don't want to jinx it, like, 'cause it might start raining in a bit. I seen some pictures last night of Edinburgh getting absolutely battered by the storm what came yesterday. So we've been really lucky down south. You know, I had a little bit of shower here and there, rain. A little bit of rain, nothing too drastic. And for driving time, I've got 3 hours and 25 minutes before I need to take a break. So I should be able to make it around Limb Services. Take a break there, 45 minutes, and then continue our journey. I've got a feeling for the afternoon it probably would make sense if I was to make a collection from the pet food place over at Chorley. It's one of our regular clients. questions about the vlog, let me know down below in the comments. I'll try my best to answer as much as I can. Or if you've got any questions about HGV driving in general, again, I'll try and answer as much as I can. But if I don't have the answer, I'm sure one of our fantastic subscribers will know the answer as well. And I've got to say, we've got an amazing community built up right now. And we're just shy of 10,000 already subscribers. I couldn't believe it. Cannot believe it. I was quite surprised they made it when I got 1,000. We've got really heavy congestion on either side of the road. Couldn't see an accident. No, I didn't notice an accident, shall I say. Well, it's been backed up for a couple of miles now. Luckily on our side, don't really want to jinx it because we're coming up towards the M5 junction on the M42. All the way up the M40. So far for the M42 has been nice and clear. So we've had a good run so far this morning. I think I made the right decision last night, pulling over where we did and just starting at 5 o'clock and then driving 1 hour to the client, because we've had no traffic whatsoever. However, though, that is going to be changing very shortly. When we get to the M5, especially the way it starts coming up to the M6 junction, as always, it's going to be really heavy around there. So I'm prepared for a little bit of traffic. I think Stoke might be quite heavy. Hopefully by the time I get there, it might be about 9 o'clock though, so I might miss all the traffic for the rush hour at Stoke, and it should be pretty clear. By the time I get to Limb Services, I think it'll be clear there as well, to be fair. It's normally a little bit later on in the afternoon you start getting hit by heavier traffic, especially when you're in northbound. Maybe at Wolverhampton there might be quite a bit. But overall it shouldn't really be too bad of a journey. Still got 132 miles left to go though, so anything can pretty much happen. I feel a little bit bunged up this morning. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I was sleeping a little bit too close to the fan all night. It was quite warm and muggy, but when you sleep with a fan on you quite close, it can have the opposite effect, really, can't it? So I may have given myself a little bit of a cold. Oh, sod's law. I feel alright, just a little bit of a bunged up nose. Oh, it could be hay fever, to be fair. One or the other. I think there might have been an accident in the last 10 or 15 minutes. I think the front bumper of a truck that we drove past was on the ground. And then you had the car parked up a little bit ahead. Surprisingly, no traffic getting on the M6 from the M5. I think that's the first time that has ever happened, quite literally. I need to try and move over shortly to the second lane, as this lane does filter off for the A461. Just try and keep an eye on what that car was doing. Make sure that it was moving over as well. So we've timed it quite well overall. Still got 111 miles left to go for our client for the delivery. See a little bit of brake lights up ahead. Hopefully it's nothing too much. And southbound looks really clear for a change as well. We've got warning signs on the matrix up above, and it's saying lane closure, but I'm not too sure which lane it is, so I've just moved over for now. It's gone down to 40 miles per hour. By the looks of it, everybody else is moving over as well, out of the first lane. Yeah, there we go, accident. Just go move over. Let everybody who's in lane 1 still, they can then get space to move over as well. We've got a lot of people still in lane 1. But however, we've got the junction for the A50 in half a mile, so I'm not too sure whether the accident is before or after the junction itself. And we've got a red X as well now, which means if you go through one of the cameras on the gantries, every single one of them will get flashed. You're going to be getting a lot of people in lane 2 trying to move over last minute as well. I think that's what a lot of this traffic is building up from us. Yeah, there you go. The signs of an accident. Little unfortunate. Stuck in traffic for 2 accidents in 2 days. What's the chances of that? Hopefully it's not a bad one. Time is currently 10 to 10. And I've got 54 minutes before I need to take a break. The next junction is for Knutsford, and then we've got Limb Services not too far after that junction. I've got a feeling we might be stuck in this for some time by the looks of it. Most likely go close the motorway, remove all the debris. Looking ahead, it just looks like it's just the one lane that's closed. Not moving anywhere currently. Always makes you think it could be a little bit worse than what we might have thought originally. Or it could be just clearing up debris. I've checked on Google Maps as well, it goes down for a couple of miles. Oh, the traffic really thick. You've got a driver over there getting out of his cab. Try and have a nosy. We had about 10 minutes where the motorway is at complete standstill, as seen a little bit earlier on, and for the last 25 minutes it's just been a stop start, top speed of about 8 miles per hour. Not too far from the Knutsford junction now. Still got cars driving in the first lane though. With any luck there might be a policeman down at the end catching them. Ah, fairly bad crash that one. Hopefully it wasn't seriously injured. And I've now got 25 minutes to get to limb services where we can pull up for the break. Well, that doesn't look the safest, does it? Especially when you got really high winds at the moment. I'm hoping I can actually overtake it without hitting the cab. It's overhanging that much. Them pipes are all over the place. So he's been in the third lane with that caravan. I'm sure you're not meant to be taking caravans in the third lane. I could be completely wrong, but I wouldn't personally. Doing some speed as well. I found doing 56. I think they're going a little bit quicker than 60 miles per hour. "22 miles still to go before we are our client. I'm coming off the M6 in 3.5 miles. To go on to the M65. Time is currently 12 o'clock. Gone really quick this morning. Been in now for about 7 hours already. That's with a 5 o'clock start. Traffic's put us back by a good hour, all in all. But overall, throughout the journey, traffic's actually been alright. So it is just off the M65 junction as well. And if it's the place I'm thinking of, there's a little, it's not really an industrial site, it's more of a couple big warehouses really, just off one of the slip road roundabouts on the left hand side. I've been to one of the places before, but not this client, so I recognise the place, which is always good. It is literally off the slip road on the roundabout. Exiting for junction 9, A679. And our client should be on the left hand side. Not too bad, getting here for 20 past 12. Done alright overall. Yeah, I've been to that business on the left hand side once before. Exitis. Then you got the big F&W on the right, and the place that we're looking for should be one of these smaller units on the right hand side. Beloved Beds, not there. Virtual Logistics, not there. Really nice view in the distance. Nice landscape. And there we are, Townsend. Nice big yard for us as well. And that should do me there. You'll need the first half of the trailer. And that is another successful delivery made by Espresso Logistics. Next job is just under a 1 hour drive, 34 miles away, and it's a collection over at Wigan for 14 pallets. And straight back round and straight back onto the M65. That is a nice landscape off in the distance. That wind is definitely picking up. Whilst doing the unload just then, I had to open up one side at a time because it was just too windy to even risk having both sides of the curtains open. And I need to try and get some fuel. I've got 200 kilometers left before the fuel tank is dry. So I want to get all the customer deliveries out of the way before the truck's got a mind of its own at the moment. The voice control thing came up. So the truck started speaking to me. I don't know if you can hear the wind at the moment, but it's proper battering the truck. I've done the curtains up as tight as possible. You don't want to be driving around in a double decker or a single trailer in that curtain sider with the curtains slack. It will pick up the wind very easily. So if you are driving a double decker, just take extra care because they're a little bit worse in this weather. Drive safe, guys. As I was saying before the truck interrupted, I've got 200 kilometers before I need to visit the fuel station, get a top up. AdBlue, we're perfectly fine at the moment. We've got 3/4 of a tank, so don't need to worry about it there. Charnock Richards accept the fuel card that we use, so I might be able to fuel up there. And I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, if I'm going to be doing distance or staying local. So if I'm doing distance, I'd rather have a full tank at the start of the day, so I don't have to worry about getting fuel straight away. I'm going to give this service station a quick try as well. So just off the motorway, so it's not going out my way. See if they accept the fuel card. Thought I'd go turn left then. Following down the A58 currently. Still got 3 miles left to go. And it's going to be a couple of miles down the A58, and then we're going to be following it down towards, I think it's West Outin, and then down towards Hindley. Still not managed to get fuel, unfortunately, but I've still got 140 kilometres. I can't even remember this way. It's been that long since I've actually came down this route. So it's a good sign when you see another truck though. One mile to go. I'm trying to think whereabouts I actually am. Just don't recognise any of this bit whatsoever. Flash them, let them through. There's no weight limits, so that's a good sign. Keep following it down. take a right in a quarter of a mile. The no entries for that building there. I thought it was a right turn, no entry. I was thinking, okay, which way do we go now? According to sat-nav, it's just down here on the left. Right, it gets a little bit more narrower down here, according to the sign. Or was that just that corner then? Okay. Oh, I know where I am. I've just come from a complete different direction that I normally would do. Right, okay. Where's the business? It should be up here on the right hand side, I think. Yep, I can see it. Beaumont Packaging. Personally, I would have came from where the learner drivers just come from, straight down that way onto the main road. Just spoken to the goods out team, and it's currently not ready just yet. I need to try and reverse it into the yard. Odd angle. I'm not too sure if that's a box or is it just markings like in between the concrete when it's been laid at different times. And that should do us there. Nice and quick load up in the end. Oh, I had to wait around 10 minutes and then throwing them on took about 5 or 10 minutes to get loaded as well, so I'm winning. Now all we need to do is go a haydock and get loaded up with a couple more pallets, then take them all to Ashton. And away we go. 5 to 3. It'll take about half hour to get back to Haydock. Then I've got to get loaded up at Haydock, over at Ashton. I think it's going to be about 5:30 finish, maybe 6 o'clock, realistically. And I've got 130 kilometers left on fuel, so it might have to be a tomorrow morning job. I might have to come in about 15 minutes earlier than scheduled, so I can get it sorted. Ideally, I want to try and get everything fueled up at the end of the shift, so tomorrow I don't have to mess about. Oh, where are you going, buddy? I don't understand some people's logic. Instead of literally hanging fire behind the truck, they'd rather go half on the other side of the road just to overtake you, to get 2-3 feet in front of what I am now. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Travelling through Lee, and we're going to go straight down to the East Lancs, the A580, hit a right, and it's a couple miles down East Lancs, and then that's our depot at Haydock. I think there's approximately 11, maybe 12 pallets to get loaded up at Haydock. Hopefully it won't take too long to actually get loaded up. It's definitely looking like 5:30 finish. I was hoping for a little bit of an earlier finish between me and you, hoping to go pick little man up from preschool. Oh my word, little man, he finishes preschool in about 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. And at the start of September, he starts primary school already. Oh my God. He's too small to be starting. Where does the time go? It absolutely flies by, doesn't it? It's a really weird feeling, because me and Leanne always talk about it, and it's like, he's only just turned 4, which, in retrospect, 4 years is not a long time, is it? So he's not really been with us that long, but I can't remember life before him. It's like, what did we used to do on a Saturday before you had kids? What did you used to do? As soon as you have a kid, everything changes, doesn't it? For the better, obviously. But I can't remember what we used to do at weekends. I know I used to have a lot more time on the games. That's for sure. Still got 120 kilometers left on fuel, so we're okay for fuel anyway. I'm not going to run out, but at the same time I'm not going to be able to get any more fuel for today. There's nowhere around here who actually accepts the fuel card that we use. I've gone to 3 different service stations, believe it or not, and every single one of them don't accept the card. And it's Key Fuels as well, which is the most popular card that you can get, really. Whilst I'm back at the yard, and before I forget, new bottle of water. So it's handy to keep one of these 5 litre bottle of water in your cab You never know when you might need a brew, or if you stop out somewhere on the estate, need to brush some teeth, have a wash. Yes, that does happen, believe it or not. All loaded up at Haydock for 5:25, so cheers Baz for a quick load. Finally, back at the yard, all I need to do is relabel 7 pallets, get offloaded, and then jobs are good. And my word, that had taken forever to get back just then through Ashton. The traffic is absolutely horrendous. They've got roadworks on the entrance as you're coming through that way, and if you come around the back way from Wigan, they've got roadworks on the 4-way junction there. It's just absolute nightmare. The whole area is just locked up, so hopefully it doesn't take too long to get back. Just been speaking with Rob in the office, and I've been given tomorrow's run already. And tomorrow, bright and early start. I think it's going to be about 4 a.m. It's either 4 or 5. They're waiting to get confirmation. But we've got 3 drops up in Newcastle. So we've got a nice long drive up the M6, cutting across the A69. The place that we're going to, the first one, is going to be the tile place, which has all the rocks at the side and it's really tight to reverse out. So make sure to stay tuned for that one. And I am going to call it a day on a video. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. As always, thank you very much for all the support. Really, really do appreciate it. So take care. Have a great day. Keep on trucking. Stay safe. Bye for now.